Hi and welcome back. Well, today we have a special visitor, or a couple of visitors actually, Millie and Lily. Now there's another video on this wonderful couple of guinea pigs that took place over a year ago, and I'll pop their link up here now so you can see what occurred. But this is an update, and it's a really significant one because at the time it caused quite a bit of commotion with regard to bladder stones and other things, so check it out. But let's take a look at why they're back to see us now. Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Lynn from Cavi Central Guinea Pig Rescue. She's getting some sebaceous cysts. She's actually lost a lot of weight. Don't know whether you noticed that. She has lost a lot of weight. So you can tell with all these folds. See these folds around the side? She's lost considerable weight. So something's going on.
It's now, we used to weigh her and it was okay, but I have to say the last 3 weeks I probably didn't check on her weight.
Yeah, she has lost weight. When they lose it quite quickly, this is what we see.
And she's usually the heavier one. Okay.
She's also quite around the ribs. She's very bony, so there's no weight there. It's in her tummy. She's eating well, but it's through here. She's just explaining she's lost a lot of weight. Yeah. And we tell by the skin folds that are literally like they hang. As soon as you touch your piggy with it, you know. So,
in terms of her appetite or how I see her eating, she's eating.
Yeah. Would you like to get some grass for her? And we'll just put that in front of her now and see what she can do for the amount of weight. Like she's got the same fungal issues. No furs coming out with skin, but I would treat them for months.
Okay.
So give them some down here. Usually mites and fungus go hand in hand, and she knows I'm bothering her right in the spot where they are. Yes. Let me have that piece of grass here. She's good. Good teeth strength.
And she just has 3 teeth.
Okay.
That's the one who had a broken, obviously, since at least 3 months, if not longer.
Yep. Okay.
There is one tooth missing, and I texted you and you said, "Oh, don't worry, it comes back within 3 weeks."
And it didn't come back.
It didn't come back. So I saw the vet.
Okay.
And he couldn't do much and didn't know much, to be quite honest.
If the bud is damaged, it's damaged. It's like if you lose a tooth, you lose a tooth. 90% of the time when piggies break a tooth off, the bud is okay. So
I'm not sure. I guess she broke it on one of the metal fence part because she's rattling the whole thing. When I take the other one out first, she's kind of biting there and trying to.
Okay. I'm feeling her grind, and she's grinding really, really well, so that's good. So I don't think it's teeth. She's got the same fungal issues, like, you know, up and in this ear and down the back, like you can see it in the coat.
Yes,
and
she's the one. She gets that like a couple of months not, then she has it again. A couple of months not, that she's scaly on the.
Yeah, they need mite treatment.
Okay.
This area
live with
where
us
she's
now.
had the
Yeah,
cyst,
in the belly. That's fine.
Yes.
this area where she's had the cyst, this is was it filled with a lot of pus and gunk?
It was
and
massive. And Sally said, look, the cells, because we didn't operate her, the cells are still there, kind of. And
Well,
that creates again and
show
again
you.
some.
This is fungal.
Yeah.
It's just fungal.
You think it's fungal?
Yeah, it's there. My finger. That's fungal. Because they've got it on their ears and their like they've got it
maybe
around.
this is why this area looks like that.
No, typically when the whole cyst is not removed, the skin closes over.
Yeah.
But you can end up with these granulated cells,
Yes.
and they tend to be really bumpy. Like if we have a look under there, and what you'll see is that they're really bumpy and lumpy.
Yeah.
In around there, it's not smooth skin,
Yeah.
and because of that, a bit like ears, fungal spores just tend to sink there. So what I've just sort of wiped off is more fungally. So again, I know you don't like me touching it.
So do I treat her with the same?
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Malaseb just treats fungal. And once you get on top of it and you're not seeing little flakes of, it looks like dandruff,
But does she need
we'll sort it out.
that on her whole body or just there and in the
You
ears?
can give them, I wouldn't give them a bath today because it's so cold, unless they were inside.
And then maybe have
That's just
her
right,
good
yeah.
go today. We give them a...
Yeah, that's just, it actually hasn't closed properly, but that's just the remains of what was there.
Yeah,
So you don't
yeah.
need to worry.
Yeah.
And if you keep that clean, that's,
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
she's just going to have that little spot, which is fine.
The other one
Absolutely
is,
fine.
up
Yeah,
there.
I couldn't find
somewhere.
it up there. I think you've done a good job.
I've done it 3 times. We bought it.
See if you can find it.
Probably 3 days ago that I did that maybe, right? Was it 3 days ago? Here. It's exactly where my fingers is.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's really tiny. Maybe if you squeeze the skin there a bit, you probably feel it more. There's a little kind of... It's probably pimple size now that it's left and there's still something coming out.
Yeah, I would leave it alone completely. It's really not.
And when it gets bigger, just squeeze it out again and that's it?
Come back. Just come back, yeah, and we'll do it here with there we go.
Yeah, definitely is.
Yeah, we're going to flush
Yeah.
it out. Still got to go there. So we're going to keep her there. Let's go and grab it. There we go.
Oh,
Just
you
so we
know
can
that
get a-
already, Millie.
We can get a better
were
look
shaved
at
with the
what's
other one
going on
already.
here.
And it took a long time to get it back, you
It
remember?
did, but then it went very quick.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
It took, I would say, months
It
to
did,
grow back
yeah.
hair.
Yep.
And then within 2 weeks it was all back.
Yep. It's very quick to grow back. Or you mean the abscess was back? The sebaceous
No,
cyst?
the hair.
hair,
Didn't
okay.
come back for a long time and then in 2 weeks it was all
Oh,
back.
okay.
It was quite interesting.
Hair is quick to grow, but we've just cleaned that up so we can see what's actually there.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of residual pus that's there. You can
Yes.
see that.
Mm.
So we're just going to clear that
Yeah,
out.
that's much better with
Yeah.
less hair because otherwise it really
Yeah,
is
you can-
messy. It was
that's-
hard to clean it afterwards.
Yeah, and you think you've got it, but actually there's still a little bit
Yeah.
of residue there. And so, let's use that for the outside edge. So I'm going to wipe that off with that. And then, I'm going to use an antiseptic. Going on just to get all around that area. So it's such a tiny one. You've done a really good job of clearing it. Just making sure that it has.
Julian was saying, go to the vet, go, and I said, you look, the vet won't do much else than squeezing it.
No, they'll
I've seen
squeeze
it.
and they don't do anything. You know, surgically you don't excise anything like that. It's tiny, it's like an infected paw. I can see better here, so I can just get the rest of it out, which we've just, I don't know whether you've seen that pop, there it is. That's the rest of it all out. Let's have a look. They often call them, in humans, a paw of whiner, which is, I have no idea how they come up with a name like that. But it's like an infected hair follicle.
Yeah.
So this is so tiny. Yeah, it's not helping with you jumping around. You see? Let's just put this that way. Okay, you can hide. Let's have another look. I know. I'm thinking, what's going on? There's just a bit more to come out. No, I'm sorry. Sorry. Because until you get it all out, which just about is, it'll return.
Yeah.
And people refer to that as the sac area, but the sac is really just abnormal cells. And in the case of something like this, which is a hair follicle, it's the external area which is enlarged, think of it like a blackhead, if you like.
Yeah.
Bigger than normal. And this antiseptic, what it does is actually destroy necrotic cells, which are tissues, which is cell tissue that is dead, like pus and other keratin-based material. So it works brilliantly on these little guys, because it's something to sit against. Let's look. So she's got food caught up in the top there, but she lost her tooth, and you can actually see this line that's starting to form up the top. That's because she's got food caught in her teeth.
Okay.
So when she's cleaning, a lot of
yes.
fungal mess sort of goes up there. I know you want to eat me, but please don't eat me. Right. No, we're not bringing them out. Let's see. Okay, so it's very sore down there, isn't it?
That's the problem.
It's sore. Okay, let me feel. She's just got the one tooth that way. So has she seen the vet with it or not?
Yes, the problem was that the vet said,
okay.
look, because she's sore there, he couldn't really see.
Yeah.
And he said, look, maybe you need to see Izzy, the exotic vet in Terry Hills.
Okay.
And not sure, what she would.
Yeah. So the tooth never regrew.
No.
All right, let's just move the gunge out of those top teeth while we've got you, Missy.
We touch her there.
See that? Just gonna, you want to bite the cloth, but just get this food out, hey? How about we do this? Just get that out of there for you. She's going to continue to gather food up in there because the single tooth is working on the centre of the other two teeth.
So.
It's sort of jamming the food up there. Okay, hold on. Let's just see. Okay, let's see how good that is. That's a bit better. Okay, that's the bulk of it moved down. Keeping that clear is what will prevent this line from getting worse up the top here. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Sorry, sweetie. It's okay. Beep, 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 beep. So this is not sore. Not sore. Not sore. Not sore. Not sore. It's not either side of the tooth. That's not the problem. Okay, hold on. Hold on. See what's going on. We got more food coming out. So, you two are definitely related. Look at that. She's just going to bang more food up into there. Let's wrap you up again. As young as they were.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of it. Hi, sweetie. Good girl. See, I'm not hurting you. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Yeah. Look, she's eating really well. She's demonstrated with the grass she can hold it really well. And she's got a good grip on it. I think
And she's
keep
the
it
one
as-
who eating the pellets more than the other one.
Yeah,
even.
they're easier to get into her mouth, probably. So I would keep it as it is. For now, I would weigh her so that you know what her weight is, and we can
Yes.
see over the next 2 weeks if she's
Yeah.
still decreasing, increasing. And I would also give her things like grated carrot.
That's
which
what I
will-
do.
You do that now? Awesome. Does she
I
devour it?
I shave
Yeah.
it and give her the shave. She loves it. She eats
Good.
it.
Yeah, keep her eating that.
That's
as well.
the only thing I prepare extra for her. Everything
Okay.
else with cucumber, she still can
Yeah.
bite it.
Well, I'd be concentrating on more starchy foods for her. So corn, the corn husk, and the
Okay.
silk, they love it. But
Oh,
it's
never give
more
her
of a
corn.
carbohydrate, so it's going
Okay.
to help with her body and bulking a bit
yeah.
more. So help, yeah. I
Apart
would-
from corn and carrot, what else?
corn, carrot, they're really the highest in that. Then you go to your pellets and things like that. So having those around for her, like when she's having grass time. So if she can't do the grass for some reason, or
So they
Yeah.
they are on the lawn. They have their food in addition on the lawn. If they
Yeah.
are sick of grass, they eat the rest. And you know, it's always available.
and she's able to eat, like she
And
can
she's
eat
able
this
to
really
eat.
well. And I can wrestle with her with that. So she's
Yes,
doing well.
yes.
She's managing. So don't touch what isn't broken is
Yeah.
sort of the basis on which we would treat. So she's got good grip strength, good eating. She is coping with one tooth.
Yes.
So just being aware that you can maybe sometimes take that food out and it'll stop. We'll actually get a little bit of
So
analysis
you don't
on-
think I need to see the exotic vet for that, right?
No, I don't. No,
Ah, good.
because the exotic vet is just going to say no, the tooth hasn't come back, and he won't implant
exactly.
one.
Yes.
He won't implant one, and he won't.
For me, it
And he
was
can't
just
make it come back. There's no
because
growth serum.
the vet said, "Oh, maybe there is an infection." I thought,
There's no
well,
infection.
I would have probably picked that.
No, there's no infection. No, and at the first sign of infection, they'll start to get things like mouth abscesses and they can come up over a week, like just
Yes.
balloon big time. But there's no swelling there at all. She's a bit more tense, a little bit sorer, further back on the right side of her jaw, rather than right at the front. So
Interesting.
yeah, so maybe she injured something there as well. But she's eating well. I think just getting on top of the housing, the mites, the fungal, monitoring her eating with the weight. Man, you have to weigh her
yes.
because that's the only way. Like she can look great, but
Yeah.
she could have lost 50
We've
grams.
done that,
Yeah.
but and it was still okay. You know,
Last time
we've
we
thought
did
that
was
in
fine,
between,
yes.
and then we
Yeah.
thought, oh no, we were wrong. It's still okay.
Okay,
We've
yeah.
done that with her as well because
Yeah.
of the bladder stone thing.
That's right. Yeah.
But
So-
we'll do that again.
Yeah, I
if-
would just weigh, and
So-
definitely keep them indoors at night. Outside during the day, as long as they've got lots of places to hide
They
and it's
do.
not raining. If it's raining on the ground, I wouldn't have them out
Okay. Good.
because it's moisture. Fungal loves moisture. They also don't like to be on the wet ground because their
Yeah.
coat gets wet
Yeah.
and damp. And it
We
just
have
pollutes it.
an area where it's undercover, and then
Yeah.
the lawn is usually
Is
if it's-
okay.
Yeah.
That's just make sure that they're.
But
you
in the
know,
morning, it
dry
might be still
conditions.
wet now. You know,
Mm,
that's
mhm.
the
Yeah, you
thing.
get the morning dew,
If
yeah.
we need to go early, I put them out. You know, then
Yeah. Can you put, like when you put them out, you could put that out? With
Yes.
them? Yeah, so they can hop into it.
And that's
it's
what it-
dry
yes,
in there.
yes.
Yeah. You could do that. But it's just making sure they've got that option to be dry.
they love it on the lawn. Really, they hide and they're
The
playing
healthiest
there.
guinea pigs have grass. They do.
It's
they love
really
it.
it's really
Yeah.
good.
They love it. And look, their ability to bite and chomp is really, really good. So we just need to keep with that. It looks like she's lost that tooth. And that's okay. One thing I would comment on is that their teeth are very, very not brittle, very soft. So I would give them some added vitamin C into their diet.
Yes.
Because they're struggling with a few things, but I'd give them added vitamin C.
In
Now,
what form?
you can get ascorbic acid from the health food in a powdered form, so no preservatives or anything like that. And literally when you give them like the carrot, do a pinch of it, just sprinkle it on, it sticks to it, and they'll just consume it.
Okay.
You can't OD it, but it will help with those teeth and teeth strengthening, bone formation, that area. So, but that's the only added thing I would look at doing. Yeah, because it will just, you know, they're lovely and white, but yeah, when it came to trimming, the other one's very, very easy to trim.
Okay.
They're usually
And
much tougher.
she is okay with the length of the upper ones?
Yeah.
Yes, good.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we
Perfect.
could trim like she's able to grind. She's got a groove there. Rather than disturb that, let's monitor her weight, see how she goes over the next 2 weeks, because everything's growing. And if it comes down to it, we can then
Maybe I should come in 2 weeks with them again?
Yeah, we can check
Is
her
that-
again in 2 weeks and
that a
just
good-
stay in touch. Yeah, with her weight and everything, and we'll check them then. Yeah, but they're great. They're gorgeous.
Awesome.
Well, that's it from me. Another video over. I hope that you're finding them really interesting. Please let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you subscribe up above and turn your notifications on so you can see what we have coming right up next for you. Take care. Bye, everyone.